Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing well. So today we are back again with the part 3 of chapter 5 and class 10. So in our previous sessions we have seen how exactly the coordination is occurring in our body, how which important tissue is made in our body such that the signals are passed from the sense organs to the brain, how they are interpreted and how they are given back the sensation back to the sense organs. So these all we have seen, and mainly in our previous session we have seen the very important question, that is structure of nerve cell. Okay, so today we'll be discussing the next topic, that is pathways from stimulus to response, and the very important topic, that is reflex arc. So these two are the topics which we'll be covering today. So what are the pathways from stimulus to response? So we have seen that the neurons play a very important role in transformation of the stimulus from your receptors which are present. Receptors are nothing but the main specialized cells which are present in your sense organs, located in your sense organs. So the stimulus or the signals pass through different types of neurons. So we have seen the two important neurons, the sensory neurons, the motor neurons, and today we'll be learning the third type of neuron which play a very important role, and how is it important in giving reflex arcs. Okay, once you understand the pathways of how the nerve impulse or the stimulus or the information is getting transformed in your body, it will be very easy for us to understand what is the reflex arc. So what are the pathways? There are three important nerve cells or neurons which carry the information. So first one is called as the efferent neuron or nerve cell. Efferent neuron or nerve cell is nothing but the sensory neurons. So we have seen what is the function of sensory neurons. They carry information or electrical impulses or signals from the sense organs to the brain or the spinal cord, which is nothing but the central nervous system. So what is the efferent neuron or the sensory neuron? Its main important role is to carry information from the receptors which are present, which are the cells present in your sense organs, to your brain or your spinal cord, which is nothing but the central nervous system. So all of your efferent or sensory neurons carry information from your sense organs to your brain. Then the second type of neuron is the efferent neuron. Efferent neuron are also called as the motor nerves or the motor neurons. Okay students, so efferent neurons, what will they do? They carry information which is given by your brain back to the sense organ. So we have taken the example of touching a hot pan. So whenever you are touching a hot pan, how is the information carried to your brain that this stimulus is hot? It is carried through your sensory nerves or your efferent neurons. And what do the efferent neurons do? They take back the information which is given by your brain to your sense organs. So efferent or motor neurons. So there will be a connection between the efferent and efferent neurons, which is called as the associative or relay neurons. Associative or association or relay neurons. So what does these neurons do? They connect the distance between your sensory and your motor nerves. So if this is your sensory nerve which is carrying information from your sense organs through the receptors, first the receptors will detect the stimulus, and receptors are cells which are present in your sense organs. So first the sensory nerves will carry the information, and here are present the relay neurons or associative neurons. So relay neurons or association neurons are connections between the sensory neurons, and from here the information is traveled to the motor neurons. So associative or relay neuron is important connection between your sensory nerves and the motor nerves. So once the information is traveling from your sense organs to your brain, The relay neurons are mainly concentrated in your CNS or your brain. Okay, so here the information is connected and finally it is traveled from your sensory neurons to your motor nerves, and finally these motor nerves give back the information to your sense organs. Okay students, or the effector organs. So this is how the three different types or pathways of stimulus will occur, that is from stimulus to response. So if these three neurons or nerve cells are present properly, the electrical impulses or signals or the stimulus information can be carried from your sense organs to your brain, and in the brain you have associated nerves which will be connected between your sensory and motor neurons, and finally the information travels back to your sense organ telling that not to touch the hot pan, and those neurons are called as motor neurons. So what are the three different pathways? Efferent neuron or the sensory neurons, efferent neuron or the motor neurons or nerves, and associative neuron or the relay neuron. So these three nerves play a very important role in the stimulus, getting a stimulus and finally giving a response or reaction to a situation. Now let us move on to the very important topic, that is reflex arc. What exactly is reflex arc we will be discussing, and I hope you have written down the important points which we have discussed, that is the pathways from stimulus to response. Now write down the heading as reflex arc. This can be asked for a 4-mark question, so please pay attention. Okay children, so please draw the diagram as I have drawn on the board. So what exactly do you mean by reflex arc? The sudden reactions or the sudden movements which we do in response to a stimulus is nothing but reflex arc. You see that whenever you are hit by a sharp needle, for example you are working and you just put your leg on a sharp needle, you withdraw your leg from that place. You do not put there for a 5-minute or 10-minute gap and then you do not withdraw your leg or your foot. Whenever any sharp object is there on the ground and suddenly you put your leg on it, you immediately take it out. What is that immediate response? How is that immediate response given by your body? You do not wait for 5 minutes or 10 minutes and then show a response, but rather you take out your leg immediately in that second itself. So how does this happen? This is due to the connection between your sensory neurons, motor neurons, your central nervous system including your brain and your spinal cord along with the motor neurons. So these three neurons play a very important role. Even in 1 second the information will get traveled through your body parts, that is your sense organs, to your brain, and finally you give a reaction, that is taking out your leg from that place. And one more example of reflex arc is whenever you touch a hot pan, as I have told you, you immediately withdraw your hand from that place. Why students? You do not think for a minute and then withdraw. Immediately you take out. So that immediate response which is given by your body, okay, that is called as a reflex arc. A reflex arc is nothing but responding immediately. You do not wait. So immediate response to a stimulus is nothing but reflex arc. So let us understand how the process of reflex arc occurs. How are we able to withdraw our leg or our hand whenever there is a danger occurring, even within a minute or a second? Okay, how is our body responding? How are the electrical impulses or the chemical impulses traveling in our body such that we are showing a quick response to that stimulus? Let us understand. So this is called as reflex arc. So how can you define reflex arc? The immediate response to a stimulus is nothing but reflex arc. So here you can see a diagrammatic representation of how the reflex arc occurs. So whenever your hand is touching a hot pan, so touching a hot pan is nothing but the stimulus. What do you mean by stimulus? The external change. It is not only the external change or the internal change or the touch. Okay, so whenever you are getting the stimulus, so what is the stimulus here? The touching of an hot pan in this case. Touching of hot pan. So this is the stimulus we are getting. So now what will happen in our body? So we have the three different types of neurons, as I have told you. The first one is the sensory neuron, as you can see, which is depicted in yellow color. The sensory neurons are connected with your sense organs. Your skin is also a sense organ. So in this case, your sensory neuron is connected from your hand and it is directly connected to your spinal cord. So all the sensory neurons and motor neurons should have connections with the brain and the spinal cord. Then only our brain can accept the command which is given by the sensory or motor neurons, and then we can react to that situation. So what will happen? The sensory neurons are connected from your hand and directly they are connected to your central nervous system or your spinal cord, and from the spinal cord itself you see that your spinal cord will be connected to your brain. You see that your spinal cord is connected to your brain. So finally from your spinal cord the information will be traveled through your brain. From your brain the command will be given back through the motor neurons, and finally you give a response. So that is a gist of reflex arc. Let us see what exactly happens. So sensory neurons are connected from your hand, that is your sense organ skin, to the spinal cord, and in between you see the relay neuron or the association neuron. So what do you mean by relay neuron or association neuron? We have discussed here. So the connection between the sensory neuron and motor neuron is done with the help of associative neuron or the relay neuron. So if this connection is not there in your spinal cord or your brain, the nerve impulses or the chemical impulses which are being traveled by your sense organs do not reach back your hand. Okay, if there is no proper connection, what will happen? The chemical or electrical impulses cannot be traveled. The information from your sense organs cannot reach back your hand again. So this relay neuron or associative neuron plays a very important role in connecting your sense organs and your sensory neurons and your motor neurons. So let us see the process of how reflex arc occurs. So once you touch a hot pan, the information, so first the information is taken by your receptors. So what do you mean by receptors? Receptors are nothing but the special cells which are present in your sense organs. So here in this case, what is the sense organ? Your skin is your sense organ. So in your skin you see that there are specialized cells called receptors which detect the change to the stimulus. Stimulus is nothing but a change. What is the stimulus here? Touching of an hot pan. So first it is sensed by your receptors which are present in your skin, and finally your receptors are connected to the sensory neuron. So from your receptors the information is carried to the sensory neuron and it will travel through your hand, and finally it will reach the place of CNS. So this is the spinal cord. Okay, CNS or spinal cord. So finally the information is first carried from the receptors, it is traveling through the sensory neurons, and slowly the information is reaching the central nervous system, where the sensory neuron is attached to the associative neuron or the relay neuron. Now what will happen here? The associative neuron or the relay neuron will accept the information or the command given by the sensory neuron. Obviously, when there are commands taken from the sensory neuron, it should be interpreted by your brain. So what will happen here? Once the command or the information is passing through the sensory neuron, that is the stimulus information is passing. Okay, the information is carried through your sensory neuron from your sense organs to your spinal cord, and here in the association or relay neuron there will be acceptance of that command which is brought by the sensory neuron. Finally here the command will be interpreted by your brain. So once the brain accepts that command, so what is that command? Touching of a hot pan and that hot sensation. Okay, the associative nerve connects your spinal cord, and from there your message is reached to your brain, and your brain tells that this place is a hot place and I should not touch the hot pan. So finally that command which is interpreted by the associative neuron or the relay neuron will be travelled through the motor neuron. So finally the information is carried From the sensory, it is reaching the relay neuron, and finally the command or the answer given by your brain. What is the answer? That is not to touch a hot pan. So this command is reaching through your motor neuron and it is reaching the effector. So what do you mean by effector? Effector is nothing but the organ which is present. It may be a muscle in an arm. Here it is a muscle in an arm, if you can see. Effector, because your muscles at least should show reaction here. You are withdrawing your hand from this hot pan. How are you able to withdraw? When your muscles and your brain are in coordination. So once the relay neuron is sending the command from given by the brain that it is a hot pan, we should not touch it. The commands are reaching through the motor neuron to the sense organs through the effector. Effector is nothing but a muscle which is present in the arm. Okay, so finally this command will reach the effector, that is the muscles, and your muscles will be activated telling that no, I should not touch this hot pan, and finally it will reach your hand and finally you will withdraw your hand immediately from that hot pan. So this is how the reflex arc occurs. And remember students, this whole process will occur only in between seconds. It will not even take a minute for this reflex arc to occur. So that fast our brain, our spinal cord, our sensory neuron, motor neurons and the associative neurons are working. Okay, so within seconds you see that you withdraw your hand. That fast the messages are passed and the command is given and finally you take that. So this is called as the reflex arc. The immediate response to a stimulus is called as reflex arc. So you should always remember the important point. What are receptors? What is a what is a receptor? What are the sensory neurons? Then what is the associative neuron or the relay neuron, and where are they present? In the brain and the spinal cord. The motor neuron, and what is the effector. So these 5 things play a very important role in the reflex arc. Even if there is no connection between such neurons, if there is no proper connection between the sensory, associative or motor neurons, there will be no proper response to the stimulus. So in reflex arc we have seen that the stimulus which is given, that is touching a hot pan, there is immediate response given. What is the response given? Withdrawing of our hand from the hot pan. So this is how exactly our body works when such situations arise. Are you clear till here students? So this is all about what we have discussed today. The pathways from stimulus to response means what? What are the pathways through which the stimulus is traveling and how we are giving responses. So what are the pathways? Through 3 different pathways, that is the 3 different neurons, sensory, motor and association neuron. Then we have put them into a situation and we have seen the very important topic, that is reflex arc, and how reflex arc occurs and how we give immediate response to a dangerous stimulus or a normal stimulus. Okay, now let us see the pictures of the efferent neuron and associative neuron, and also a picture relating to the reflex arc. Okay, so in this slide 1 you can see the 3 different types of neurons which we have discussed. Motor neuron or the efferent neuron, you can see its shape and size, they differ in their shape and size. Remember that point. Then interneuron is also one more name given to associative neuron or relay neurons. Okay, so relay or association or interneurons are present in your spinal cord. 3 different names students, please do not get confused. Then the sensory neurons you can see, which is also named as the efferent neuron. See the differentiation in their structure and size. And the second picture is all about the reflex arc. You can see how it is connected to the spinal cord, how the motor neuron is acting, how the sensory neuron is acting, how the relay neuron is connecting the sensory neuron and the motor neuron. Okay, so students, today we have covered the part of pathways from stimulus to response, and also we have seen the very important topic, reflex arc. So reflex arc in our daily lives play a very important role to show immediate response or reaction to a situation. I hope you all have written down the important points which we have discussed, and your homework for today is you need to read the textbook very clearly and understand what is reflex arc, underline the important points of the pathways of stimulus which we have discussed, and get back to our next class. Until then, thank you.